In the previous video we explained these concepts. We talked about this question, and this is a similar question as to that one. And maybe you can pause and read the question for a while, so that you can actually figure out what the question wants. So yeah, the question wants us to mention the isolating mechanism and the type of speciation taking place. So what is the isolating mechanism over here? It's simple. I mean, the barrier isolating mechanism, the kind of mechanism which isolates these two, it's simply a geographical one, right? And that's what the marking scheme says, geographical one. Is a physical barrier. Okay, so geographical barrier, right? And then type of speciation, we said in the first video that there are two types of speciation. There is allopatric and sympatric, and in this case, as we saw, it's completely geographical. It doesn't have anything to do with meiosis. So this one will be allopatric again, right? And then the final question, how speciation is occurring in the house. And then we said there are 5 marks over here. So because there are 5 marks, we have to mention all these 7 points, and these are the points mentioned over here. Okay, different genetic, how speciation is occurring in the house of population of Madeira. Okay, different population ultimately cannot interbreed. This is interbreeding, no interbreeding. Genetical drift, these are different chromosome numbers, genetic change, selection pressure. So this is the same points actually, this is the different wording. The genetical change wording means change in gene pool. Okay, then genetical drift is not given, but then it comes under here. And then there is no interbreeding, there's genetical change, there's different feature selected for, and different selection pressure. This one, after this one, obviously it will come different features selected for, and this is the thing which they talk about, the genetic change. Okay, so if the different feature is selected for, means there is change in gene pool, of course, and so there is mutation, right? The first one, the barrier over here we are given, we can see there is mountains barrier, as there is no gene flow, so no gene flow here. So it's the same thing. We have to get 5 marks. So you should try to memorize, not memorize actually, just figure out, as I said before, just try to get it in a picture format, and this picture will be better. There is a barrier, so the 2 species are isolated, and so if the 2 species are isolated, they will have no gene flow. And if there is no gene flow, okay, there is no gene flow, then they both mutate, they undergo mutation, and they are selecting the different selection pressures. And because there is mutation, there is different selection pressures, after some time there will be different features will be selected, and so there will be a change in gene pool. And if there is a change in gene pool, eventually there will be so much change that there will be no interbreeding. So that's how you should understand in a picture format. Hope that was clear. And the last question which we wanted to discuss in this part was this one, and maybe again you can just pause and read the question clearly so that you can understand. Okay, so we will do the question here. Now there is this thing that gives trouble a lot, the meaning of the term species. Now species normally, as we know, is a group of organisms, right? And they have these 3 things which are very important. I mean, the group of organisms, the same species they have this character, they have similar morphological characteristics, morphological features. Okay, they are similar. They are similar morphological features. They are similar behavioral. Not same. I'm not saying same. I'm saying similar. Okay, so don't get me wrong. Oh, these two species, but they do this different things. Okay, they can be somehow different, but then there's not everything will be the same. Similar and same means same is extreme point. Similar means okay, they can be one or two different, but then most of these they are similar. Okay, and then we have behavior, morphological, and there is interbreeding. Okay, so they can interbreed to produce fertile offspring. So these three things are very important to mention in the definition, and this is the thing over here. Same morphological behavioral features, interbreed to produce fertile. Now here, interbreeding to produce fertile. It's not just interbreeding. Maybe I can keep this in red pen so you don't ever miss this mark. Okay, fertile, right? This is very important point. Fertile offsprings and reproductively. So yeah, that's same, reproductively isolated, and then same niche, same place they live. So that's quite understandable. And so the next question then, state the likely isolating mechanism that take place in the population of the greenish warbler. Now come on, this is the same thing as this one. There's this sort of geographical isolation between Siberia, India, and Northern Europe. You see, there is this sort of isolation over here, and this is the isolation which makes these three, or makes these birds different from these three regions, right? So it's a geographical isolation, right? Then one thing you should understand that, because here there is no mention what kind of a speciation is this, you have to mention it, allopatric speciation. And even here the same points again, you have to mention them when you are asked. The same points as this one, right? And these are the points as we say this one. There are 7 points. You can add 1 or 2 or remove 1 or 2, it's up on you, but make sure you note the 7 down in proper order so that you don't ever miss these marks. Okay, hope that was clear. Hope to see you in the next videos. Thank you for listening.